Hey, it's Salino Martinez again from Albany, Texas. Uh, for all you TIs out there, you're not the only one going through a lot of shit. I'm with you, and I'm here to let you know that you're not alone. The noise campaign will always keep going on because I believe I'm on the verge of, finally letting go of the V2K. I mean, not letting it go. They're always V2K me, but, you know, finally letting go of that anger of them talking shit about my family members. They'll say Pauline and some girl will act like she's my sister and, like answer to it. Or they'll say my sister Auga, or, they'll say my other sister's names, and because if I don't name them other ones, they'll start using those. I already know that. And, they'll do sexual acts with each other, using my siblings' names. They've used my brother's name already. They, uh, they said my parents' names before. They even used my name. Some person will act like me and say, like, this is a quote, I lost, or some shit like that. They'll act like me, or they'll act like I'm trying to join their shit, and you'll hear some other girls or other dudes be like, you lost, and shit like that. I ain't trying to join their shit. My parents are not a part of it. They're not a part of it. But anyways, the noise campaign keeps going on. They'll always rev their engines by my house, because they know that V2K, I'm finally letting go of that anger. They'll always try to anger me. There's times where I do get angry, and they'll try to blame it on something else. That's the reason why he's angry. No, it's because these people are keep V2King me. That's Voice to Skull. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just search it, Google it. You'll have a better understanding of what V2K is and how it's possible to bypass the ears, without I could be around you and you won't hear it, but I'd hear it without any device, and you wouldn't even know what's going on unless I tell you, and you still probably won't believe me because you didn't hear what was said to me. At the same time, I'm trying to let go of all that anger, trying to forget about what they're saying to me, and it pisses them off. I think it does piss them off that they know that because they're trying so desperately. They tell other people that Leno and his family members said that you stunk or some shit like that. When we never said nothing at all. I know my parents or my family members never called anybody or said anything to anybody. You know, I might have, I singled out one person, on Facebook, on my video, and I also made an apology to her, but I never said she stunk or anything like that, or to anybody else. And and when I do talk out, it's on Facebook. That's the only thing you'll see is me on Facebook. So how the hell, can they be telling these people? I hearing them talking to them. So in other words, that means they were already in that group. They were already they can talk to each other already. I know they V2K each other, but me, I get harassed by this shit. It's a whole different. It's crazy. I mean, us target individuals know exactly what I'm talking about, and all the people out there will call me crazy or something. Um, it's just things that are happening in this world that most people don't know about, and the ones that do know about try to keep it a secret because if people knew exactly what they were doing, they could go to prison, for this shit because it is illegal, and they won't look like the good Christians that they are, or whatever they decide what or whatever religion they are, or their character wouldn't be as what they claim they are. Another thing is, they're getting real desperate that, everything I seen when I was awake, when I got dynamic shit put on me, when I was awake, when when I got tap on the back of my head that woke me up completely. V2K, someone that was watching. Even when I'm talking to somebody in person, if I say like, "Yeah, that's cool, man," they'll record it and they'll say, "See, he even said that he was this, he was that," and they'll use that against me. Even when I'm talking to someone in person, they'll record phrases I say, just to show other people like, "Yeah, he did say this about you," or "Yeah, because like hear him watch them, and they'll have me saying, "Yeah, that's cool, man," or "Hell yeah," and that's when I'm talking to people in person, and they'll use that against me and show people like, yeah, he was talking shit about you. See, he even said, hell yeah. And when in reality, I wasn't. Another thing, tactic they use against me is they're starting to fuck with my dreams like they did in the beginning. In the beginning, they gave me a lot of bullshit about my family members, some fucked up shit about my family members, and people watched my dream. You know, people with this remote neural monitoring, they can let other people that have access to me, you know, through remote neural monitoring. And a lot of people out here, right here, that's on my friend list that don't know about this shit will just be like, man, he is crazy. And that's okay, guys. I mean, it ain't happening to you, and you don't know what I'm going through, so I'm pretty sure you would call me crazy. And if I was one of y'all, I probably wouldn't call Lino crazy, but I would actually start searching what he's talking about. That's what I do before and I might be like, dude, you are crazy, but but I would search it too at the same time to see what he's talking about, and I'm talking in third person. Sometimes I gotta talk in third person when I'm getting V2K because, god dang, man, they will use anything against me, and I would search it, and if there's more than 1,000 people saying the same thing I'm saying, then no, I'm not crazy. This shit is really happening to us, and there's a lot of people that do know about this that try to keep it quiet because like if people found out that they were actually doing that, I mean it would make them look like a bad person, which they already are, because if they allow this to happen, then geez, even if they didn't even have nothing to do with it, they hear it happening, and anyways, that another tactic they've been using. I mean, they gave me the bad dreams they gave me the nomic dreams in the beginning, and I had to fight all that evil off. It's lower my vibration. It takes a lot, and they gave me some fucked up shit, fighting dreams as well. They gave me dreams about my family, getting possessed and shit. And they had dreams, some fucked up other shit. I don't even know what all they got, some fucked up shit dreams, And I don't know if they've, did shit to my parents already or my family members, gave them some fucked up dreams without them, like, knowing. But I know they can watch your dreams because I've had some dreams in the beginning where I could actually hear them at the same time when they're V2K in me, and that's no shit, because I can hear them talking in my dreams, and people are like, "Well, Lino, that was just a dream, whatever you heard was in your dream." No, because there's a difference between there's a dream, you're dreaming, right? And in your dream you can hear everybody talking that's talking to you in your dream, and then you can hear them actually talking about your dream. What's he dreaming about? They'll ask, what's he dreaming about? And they'll tell each other, he's dreaming this, he's dreaming that. They can all watch your dreams. I know that's possible because I did the research on it also. And I also heard them talking, what's he dreaming about? When I was actually in my dream, I could hear them, And they can do all kinds of things. And at the same time, right now I heard somebody just say, we're winning, or they're winning, or some shit like that. But they usually say we win, And right now they're all listening to me. I know they can listen to me. And at the same time, there's a couple people out there doing their fucking. I mean, it's pretty quiet right now because they're all listening to me make this video. And they can influence your dreams which way they want it, to make it look bad, to sound bad. And they'll show people, like, they'll record my dream and be like, look, this is what happened to his family. This is what his family's been doing, And people will believe it because, like, it looks like a goddamn, like, it really happened. When in reality, it didn't even happen. And that's going to throw a lot of people off right there. The ones that don't know how that can possibly work, or how that can even happen, And you just gotta do your research and know that this is possible, and a lot of people will do some shit like this that fuck with your mind. It's not like it used to be, where everything was like, I used to have dreams. God used to talk to me in my dreams. He used to let me know ahead of time how something was going to go. you know, and I always get warnings and stuff, and now this is different. They're fucking with my dreams, and I even told them, you're in the wrong already because A, this shit's illegal. Remote neural monitoring is illegal. Two, you're messing with people's dreams, and that's only God should have the power to do that. Two, can't nobody be able to talk to you without any device. That's not right. I mean, only God Himself should. You should only hear God's voice and His angels. Not people from town and people that are fucking with you from out of town and all this other shit. But all you TIs out there, it is a battle. I know you're struggling out there, but at the same time, we're all here for you. I'm here for you. If you ever come across my video, you'll know that you're not alone. I'm with you. I'm in the same boat as you are. And, we just got to, keep on praying. And, hopefully we can show some of them that even though we go through a lot of shit and a lot of them talk shit about us, we got to learn how to forgive them, because if we don't forgive them, then, who will show them the light, And some of them, they think it's just fun and games, and some of them just like, well, we won, so we're just going to fuck with your whole family. And, there's some ruthless motherfuckers in that group, or the group that fucks with me, and some of them just don't give a fuck, And I don't even know if they can even come back to, and when I say come back, I mean, I just know they're going to have to answer to God one day. And there's some that, probably are nice out there on that side, but they're affiliated with that group. So, I mean, what do you say to those people that are being manipulated too, and they just, believe all the lies that people tell them about my family and all the shit that's been going on? And because I know they can watch my dreams and shit like that, and they'll give me some fucked up dreams. Like last night, they gave me a dream of a girl from high school that I used to know, and and I was at a barbershop or some shit like that, and it's been a long time, and I gave her a hug, and in my dream, I tried to give her a kiss, and she pulled away, and I know that sounds ridiculous, and when I woke up later on that day, some girl was like, "Why'd you try to kiss your mom, and why'd she pull away from you?" It's just dumb as shit. It's crazy. But she knew what I was dreaming, but she threw in my mom, in that part, that part right there, to make it sound worse than what it's worse, And a lot of people are like, well, that ain't bad, They just met, man, you don't know what I go through. They've given me some fucked up shit, shit I really don't even want to say because it's not embarrassing, it's just fucking gross, They always say some fucked up shit about my family, and I've been I've been reading, some good uplifting words here lately, and I've been trying to forgive and forgive and forgive, and I'm just trying to move on, even though they V2K me from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, and even in my dreams I can hear them, and even when I'm awake, see, they'll use that against me. They'll be like, he was dreaming the whole time when he heard that woman he singled out, on Facebook. But she wasn't the only one, There's a lot of people in this shit. And they'll say, "Oh, he was just dreaming." See, it was his dream, because they said it before to one another, I already heard them, And it was just a dream. No, it wasn't no dream, because I was awake when that shit happened. I was awake when I heard all this shit. I was awake when I seen glimpses of what they were doing. And it's just all crazy, And the people on my friend list, they will get maybe a text message if they don't get V2K'd or not in the group. They'll get a text message from someone from that group that's fucking with me, and they'll get a text message or email, and they'll say, "Well, Lino said this about you, and this and that, and this and that." I mean, they did it to Holly. She had I guess screenshots or some shit, or text messages, because she was reading that shit off her phone. And I was like, well, how the hell did you get all that shit, you know? She was like, well, a friend of mine is a friend with you on Facebook. So I was like, well, goddamn. You know, but everything I wrote is everything, you know, everything I said was everything I seen and heard, and I wasn't asleep. So that's why I was kind of like a little upset, you know, after I made an apology, because like a couple weeks, I mean, not a couple weeks, couple nights later, I mean, same shit, you know. And you know, last night I was reading last night, you know, uplifting words and some shit, and all of a sudden, some guy thought I was talking about thought I read like I said 14, and he was like, oh, he is watching, you know, and they were talking about, and they were talking about a 14-year-old girl that was like doing some sexual shit for them, you know, and these bastards are old as fuck, and it's terrible, you know, and then another woman, an older woman that like, you know, that's in their group, she was like, well, we'll just say you stalked Holly and all this shit, and I was like, fuck you, bitch, I ain't never stalked her, and they're like, well, you know, and that's the same woman that was like, you know, just fucking having talking sexual to like a 15, 16, 17-year-old boy, and she told that boy, you know, just tell him that I'm your mother, and that dude was like, she's my mom, you know. I was like, man, you're fucked up, dude. I mean, that's what they'll do. They'll act like that they're their kids, or that's their mom or dad, or that's her husband, you know. And you know, I was like, well, goddamn, dude, how many husbands you got, or goddamn, man, how many wives you got and shit like that, you know. And I already had one woman from the Abilene area be like, I wasn't his mom, you stupid. I was like, well, I already knew that. I didn't believe you that to begin with, you know. Also in Albany, they do that shit too, you know. It's people from Albany. I mean, how else will these Abilene people know who the fuck I am? Because it all started in Albany. Back in 2015, they were revving their engines around my house. Hold on, just give me a second. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and back in 2015, they were revving their engines around my house, and I had no idea what the fuck was going on and why they were doing it. But you know, they'll make up a story and say this and that. Lena was doing this and that, just you know, to justify their actions and what they're doing. And they'll always, you know, claim something, or you know, and they always say, well, she watched y'all, or talking about my family, you know, or he watched you, or shit like that, you know. And it's just bullshit, because like I ain't done shit, my family ain't done shit, but they'll always say, you know, we watched you, or you know, she watched you. Even new people they bring in, you know. And I didn't even talk shit about them new people. I mean, I really didn't even talk shit at all. I just barely made my Facebook last month. So I don't even know what to tell them anymore, because they're always going to talk shit about me. Tell all these new people that Lena was talking about your family. I know I already said that in my other videos, but I mean, it's just stressful. I mean, and all the new people, you know, I add them on Facebook, they're going to eventually tell them that Leno said something about them, or you know, he was doing some shit which I wasn't. So it's really hard to make new friends, even if I do go out in public too, because even if I don't got a cell phone on me, and or no device on me, and I go out in public and try to make a new friend, somehow they'll try to contact that person, because if that person tells me their name, they'll search them, you know, through Facebook, or you know, or use this remote neural monitor device, and then they'll like say, Leno said this about you, or that, or this, or that, or he was stalking you when I wasn't. It's really hard to make new friends, you know. They just trying to keep me, they're trying to keep me isolated away from people, and they'll say we're doing it for a reason, like he's just, you know, a pedophile or some shit, or he's a rapist, or you know, he's a bad person, or he did this to his mom, or some other shit, you know, or his family, or his sisters, or some shit. You know, I even had one white girl tell me, Kendra told me that you wanted to have sex with her. And I said, that's a fucking bullshit ass lie. I know she didn't say that to you, because the only thing I ever asked her was, you know, if she wanted to go to a movie. And that was back when a buddy of mine had his wedding, and we all went over there to, you know, to go drink afterwards. with his with a older group, but she was there. And she, that white chick even told me that. I was like, I didn't believe her though. I didn't believe a goddamn word they said. That white chick when she said that. And they will say stupid shit like that, and then they'll spin it back on me and say, "Well, Leno said this and that." Nah, I never did. And well, the main thing is, they're still revving their engines around my house, and it's not cruise night anymore. I mean, it wasn't cruise night like before the burnout the other night, and they did it back in 2015 when I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, and I didn't talk shit about nobody. And I know they can hack your Facebook, even if you're not a part of it, and they can watch you. They can watch you type in your password into your Facebook, and when you log out, they can log into your shit. I know that, and they can also check your bank accounts. They can take money out of your bank account without you noticing it by changing the dates on it. They can get into your email account and send messages to people, and without your knowledge, and then they'll just delete from sent messages. They'll delete it, and you would have no clue that somebody even sent a message, or that you even sent a message to anybody when you did it. It was one of them. They can, if you have a security system at your house, and you got to type in a code, they can watch you type in that code, and when you're gone the next day out of town, they can type in that same code and get in your house without even you knowing. This shit is illegal as fuck, and that's why I'm trying to let people here in Albany know that it's not a good thing. And they'll lie. These people that say that I know there's some people that think this is a good thing, but this is all the things that they don't let you know. And there's a lot of bad shit that I've come to know, that I've seen and heard, and not because I'm not a part of their group. I come to find out, sometimes I would act like, when I couldn't sleep, I'd, just lay there and have my eyes closed, and, and I could hear them all talking and shit like that. But they monitor me pretty damn well, they try to make sure I'm asleep. And when I do go to sleep, they'll give me some fucked up dreams. Some fucked up dreams about family members and shit like that. And they'll use it against me because they'll have these new people that don't have no idea that this is happening, or what exactly it is, because they'll try to keep them in the dark. At the same time, they'll bring them in, and they'll be like, watch them, and they'll have them they'll have them watch me having a dream of something bad happening, and they'll be like, damn, that's really happening, and when it ain't. But I know they can give each other sexual dreams after they've been, teaching a young person how to last longer in bed and shit. Because I've kind of found out all the shit they've been doing, And just now I just heard one of them say that we're winning, which is their group, their R&M group. And it's crazy, guys. I mean, I know a lot of people are like, damn, Leno, you are crazy, man. You are spun out. But I'm not. I just got targeted, and I got targeted for a reason, to make me look bad, to make my family members look bad. That's what they do. That's what they're doing to me, so they can bring in new people and be like, Leno was talking shit about you, and it makes them kind of bond together, and it makes them bond together, and makes them the new person to bring in to hate on me, and then everything else comes with that. They'll start, manipulating that person's mind, and they don't even know it. And they'll just say, they'll manipulate their mind and have them, join in on their sexual acts and everything. And this one girl, she was like, I'm always horny anyway. I mean, well, you probably are, but they probably are also manipulating your goddamn mind at the same time. I try to forgive them because, all these young ones, they probably have been manipulated to be brought into this shit. But at the same time, it's kind of hard because they talk so much shit as well. And it's crazy. And it is Easter though, so I am trying to trying and trying to be strong for myself, for my family, even though I know they're talking so much shit about my family. I mean, the V2K is just, can make someone angry, and that's where they know, and they love that shit. And I'm still trying to remember what that guy said to me, they feed off your anger, you gotta find your center, focus, and remember to breathe. And to lose your mind, is what they want you to do, you know. And I always try to remember that, and I'll also remember all the things, all these other TIs that are on my friend list. Have another woman told me, just take your time and breathe at the same time, and try to stay relaxed. And I'm glad I made a Facebook this year, last month, because I would never would have met these people. I haven't met them in person, but met them through Facebook, social media, and a lot of them are going through the same thing I'm going through, and a lot of them do hear the same words that I hear. Like the like too late, or you lost, or what else they say. And then they use that we win, meaning their group, they won, or some shit like that. And they use the same words they do like in other states they do here in Albany, Texas. It's one big group. They all learn from each other, and they find out new tactics from other groups, and they use it like on people from all over the world. And I know they use me as a punching bag as well, and also they trained new people on me. How to fuck with people's minds and how to manipulate somebody's mind, and what else. There's a lot of things they can do, and they've gotten a lot of ideas off of me. How to mess with somebody when I wasn't even trying to help them. I was trying to figure out how the fuck to keep my mind relaxed and shit like that. And everything I said, they'll spin it around on me, and they're just evil like that. They don't give a fuck. It's Easter, and I know I'm not the only one still going through it. Even today, I mean, on when God was risen, they still, there's like no mercy, and they just, and me, by saying no mercy, they'll use that, they'll be like, well, you're a bad person, or you getting what you deserve, or all this shit, and all this fucking shit, Even when I say shit like that, as soon as I said that, somebody would be like, too late, or it's fucking bullshit, man. But 28 minutes, and I was gonna keep this video short, but there's so much out there that other TIs need to know that they're not alone. And the main thing is, I'm trying to get rid of all the negativity, and they know I'm trying to get rid of all that negative shit. So they will continue to do drive-bys, and what I mean by drive-bys, rev their engines up real high, starting to get the honks again. Back in 2015, I got the honks. They honk early in the mornings, in the evenings, throughout the day. So they'll try to use, this year, when they're honking, they'll try to use an excuse of some retaliation I might have did, like maybe I honked by one person's house, that that it was in on it, one time, one fucking time, when y'all been revving y'all's engines by my house since 2015, and honking by my house in 2015, and they all know who they are, I know who they are. They just, they got each other's backs, so it's like one person versus all of them, so it's really hard to, it's really hard, and then I believe they got the cops here in town monitored as well, because they know when to do it and when not to do it, and they know exactly when to do things and when not to do things. It's like they got the cops monitored too, and it's It's crazy. But it is Easter. It was when God was risen. You know, always have God in your life. And that's the main reason why, you know, people say Easter, but, you know, it was when God was risen. So, you know, always keep that in mind. And, you know, tomorrow's another day. And I am trying to get rid of all this anger they try to put in my heart, you know. And another way they would try to get at me is by attacking, you know, a family member or, you know, or doing some fucked up shit, you know. They always do some fucking bullshit. And people are like, well, I don't notice it, you know, because you're not the one being harassed, you know. And but anyways, it is getting kind of late, so man, you know, just try to stay positive, guys, and God bless.